Let's try talking about humility and humiliation. They almost sound the same, at least in English, but they're quite different. One has shame behind it and the other one doesn't. One's a lot more innocent. Humility is just not knowing any better, but you see it in an innocent way, like when you see a kid not knowing better. That's humility, not knowing any better and not providing any shame. And if you shame a kid for not knowing any better, you're humiliating them. What humility and humiliation doesn't really have an age. You can be any age you are, and you can still be humbled or experience humility and seeing that, just being open. Humility is really just an opening and seeing things as they are and accepting them. And humiliation is seeing things and going, I wish I knew better, or is there something wrong with me that I couldn't perceive things in a certain way? Humiliation almost comes with a feeling of guilt. Like I didn't know better, so that makes me guilty. But with humility, you can take away the guilt and the shame and just go, I didn't know better, but I can see clearly now, or I can try to see better or clearer. It's really the removal of shame. And the shame part comes from having this idea that you should know better, that you should have it together, or you should know all the rules, when clearly maybe you don't. Or you have to come to the point where you see there aren't really any rules. It's kind of just made by people and they agreed on certain rules. But maybe you weren't told what the rules were, so you can be humbled in seeing, hey, apparently people do have these set of rules. I didn't really see it. You don't have to deny it, but you don't have to partake in it either. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. It doesn't really matter one way or the other. It's really coming back to what's important to you, because maybe it is important for you to understand these rules. But instead of feeling humiliated and shaming yourself, you can be humble and just seeing, in a way that's kind of like you're going to adapt to the situation while taking your self-evaluation out of the way so you don't feel bad about yourself. You're not comparing yourself. You're seeing things more at face value and just adapting. Take away the, am I doing good or am I doing bad? And just seeing, how are things working out in a clear and objective way? No finger pointing, no blaming yourself, but also no blaming anyone else. Because to blame something else, you have to believe there's a self in opposition to something else. You can take blame and shame completely out the picture and just see things as they are. No, I don't have anything else to add on humility and humiliation. Especially lately, I feel like the less words I use, the better. Maybe if I say too much, people will over. Maybe if I say too much, people will overthink it. Maybe if I say less, people will have less of a chance to overthink. And I think I'd rather people just not overcomplicate these things and just let it be simple. So I guess I'll end it here. Maybe everything else from this point on will be a lot shorter. Unless there really is more to say and I want to be clearer, but I think that got the point across pretty well. Anyways, thanks for listening. Bye.